Well, hellfire. It's RockdaRiff. And I'm back for another Metalhead envy. Back with some more death. These dudes shred. I really did sleep on death. Which, at the moment, the only death I check out now is by request. And this request comes from a member here on the channel, Kula Bula, one of the OGs. Said, please react to Death Spirit Crusher. He said, well, hellfire, too. He said, well, hellfire. In Irish, well, hellfire. No, that was terrible. That was terrible. Scratch that joke. Death, yeah, they shred. All the other tracks I've checked out of theirs has been fucking fantastic. This one's actually got a live video. I know it sets at 240p. Oof, I thought it was higher than that. So it's gonna be visually. I'm gonna be sitting here just studying, trying to catch everything. But let's get into it and see what's going on with Spirit Crusher. I like that bass line already. The audio's a little down. Alright. I want to hear the studio version. The live audio of that is not hitting it too much. Remastered. Let's see what we got going on with the remastered. It's a cool album cover. Mountain with a mouth. That's pretty cool. So Death was the original Gojira. To me, that's what I think. Being such a big Gojira fan and now hearing Death, I wonder, I'd have to go watch some interviews, but as Joe Deplanier and Mario Deplanier ever said that Death is like one of their favorite bands. Because I hear so much of it. I hear Gojira to the 10th. Cool vocal line so far. I like the feel of it. Part of it, I guess, being a metalhead and knowing more about some modern metal bands than some older. I feel bad because I really don't know Death that well. Like, I've enjoyed every track I've checked out of theirs here on the Metalhead Envies playlist, but that's as much Death as I know. That's a funny phrase. Let's keep rolling with it. Okay. Yeah. The drummer for Death has got to be one of Mario's biggest influences, because it's that same cool tempo change Like it's chaotic, but it works because they're so talented. If that makes sense. Oh, that's cool. I was about to say this song has a lot less groove compared to the other Def tracks I've checked out so far. Like this whole like you started off with groove and to me it's been chaotic. But where are we going? So this is the most replayed part. I was about to say we're gonna get into some groove. Damn, that drummer. Okay. Very metalcore-ish. How many metalcore bands basically stole this riff? Or uh, steal's a hard word. Drew major influence from that riff. All right. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. All right. I feel like this is my favorite riff so far coming up. Uh, I like the doubler on the guitar solo. I don't know if I could ever write a track to where I'd want to use a doubler on a solo. And that I think that comes down just to personal taste, but it still sounds cool as fuck. I've got a buddy, um, hell, one of my best friends growing up. He was once the bass player in my band, but he was a big fan. I couldn't tell you how many times we were in the writing room, and he was like, "Man, we need to." He's like, "Both y'all need to play that guitar solo at the same time and double it up." Like he loved doublers, so I'm curious if he heard that solo, how he would feel. That was like his shtick. But this song's fucking chaotic. And I guess coming into listening to Death and hearing all the bands that were influenced by Death, I would argue, and coming back to the original source, that's really cool. It's kind of like right now I'm on this kick. I want to get all the Berserk manga and read through all the Berserk manga because I'm in love with From Software games. And it's ironic. I was sitting here thinking, I'm listening to Death. The request for Death come up on my list today, or come up. It was time for me to check it out. And here I am wearing my old Death Become My Blade once more. My old Death sweater. But either way, where are we going with this groove, with this riff? That gallop. It's the riff where you ride on the horse. Or whatever you gotta go do. Going to fuck shit up.
When it's time to feed, to fulfill the need to consume. A breath, simple rise, standing tall, breathing out all the breath from the voice of a soul. Human, a sight, monster at heart. Don't let it inside, it can tear you right apart.
I feel like hearing this, Lamb of God took their whole guitar tone from Death. What's the is it, I can never remember the Lamb of God guitarist name. Something Adler. I feel like his whole guitar tone is this, which is good. Killer guitar tone. I do feel like this song is super chaotic. And while I appreciate chaotic metal, I am definitely more of a groove. A proggy groove is the best way I can explain it. But I love the riffs. I like these dudes. Like I said at the start, they just shred, man. I feel like what little bit I've heard of Death, a lot of their songs fall into the category of fuck you because I can do it. if that makes sense. It's like sometimes I feel like the actual song might kind of get lost in the chaos, but at the same time, it's like fuck you, I can do it. I can write this, I can shred it, and I can make it work to a certain degree.
Inside, it can tear you right apart. No guilt, Envies simply light. Spirit, crush ya. Stay strong, would hold on tight. Spirit, crush ya.
I love that bass break. I feel like that's got to be the funnest riff in this track. And the drummer is having a blast in this track. I would have to talk to the drummer I know and ask him, be like, yo, what do you think of this song? Do you feel like I would ask, I'd be like, do you feel like its groove is hard to catch into, but at the same time, would you not have fun just playing this? That's what this kind of is for me. If I was putting myself in the shoes of a guitarist in this song, I would have so much fun being able to nail all the changes and shifts of what were going on. Like if I practiced this hard enough, long enough, and was able to land every note, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, I have accomplished something. I can play the hell out of it." That would be one instance where I'd be like, "Man, I can play the fuck out of a guitar. Check this, Spirit Crusher." That's kind of where I'm at with this track, like, because it's all personal taste. Music is so much personal taste, and I like it. I enjoy this, but I don't feel like this would be one to sell death. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Just because its groove is so different. I'm gonna start using that terminology now. It's just so different. And myself, like I have terrible time. And myself, I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to like bob my head to this, and I'm getting lost in all the tempo changes and everything. Yeah, I like that the most. All right. That was interesting. I feel like uh so my member here on the channel, there's two bands he requests a lot of, and King Diamond being one, Death being the other. Uh both bands, I have so much fun. I'm always so excited when one of the requests comes up and I get to check out something new from them. Uh I will have to say, out of all the ones I've done, I think this is my least favorite Death track, but that's not me saying that it's a bad track. It just doesn't click with me as much as some of the others because I am such a groove dude. And part of it, I wonder if part of the reason why my likes and dislikes of certain metal aspects is because of the fact that I know Gojira's been around for a while now, but I know Death was before, and I love Gojira. I feel like Gojira has that perfect blend of these crazy tempo changes, but groovy. Their heavy stuff, groovy. I mean, if you've never went and listened to their album From Mars to Sirius from beginning to end, you're missing out. That album is just that's a good. I would say that's one of Gojira's magnus opuses. I mean, all their albums have some killer stuff on there. Some of them, I feel like the softer side of Gojira kind of gets a little lost in. It's still cool, but from Mars to Sirius, I think is their best album from beginning to end. And now that I'm listening to Death, I hear so much of that in Gojira. The guitar tone, like I said, Lamb of God. And I don't know if that. I wonder if that has to do with something where it's remastered. This is a remastered version of this track. But definitely any Death fans. I feel like I've a lot of comments about Death, but they'll come like weeks after I've done a track, and my brain I've done a million tracks since then, and my brain's not like computing certain things. But any Death fans that see this, please give me some more trivia about them and let me know, especially if you're an old school metalhead and Death's like in your top five. I want to hear what your thoughts are and what you think. Coolabula, thank you so much for the request. If this ends up being your first time to the channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have a song request you would love for me to check out, swing over to Metalhead. Swing over to Metalhead. Swing over the community tab. You'll see Metalhead Envies round 5. Metalhead Envy suggestions round 5. That's the list I'm working off of, and it's like I just love music. Even though, so I want to stay in this video. Even though Spirit Crusher didn't like speak to me as much as it will speak to others, it still makes me want to just keep diversifying, keep exploring new things, and just listen to music all over the world, all around the world, and everything. So I can't think of nothing else to say. So, old death, become my blade once more. Stay positive, stay rocking, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.